So the first thing you should do when you enter the US is check your I-94. Now the I-94 is a document issued by the US government that shows how long you're allowed to stay in the country. It has record of your entry, so it will show when you enter the country last, and it will say you're allowed to stay this long. Each different type of visa has a different amount of time in which they allow you to stay. For example, on a tourist visa, it's usually 180 days, but for an E2, it could be 2 years. Or on ESTA, it's only 90 days. So it changes based on what category you're entering in. So most of the time, they'll give you these preset amounts of time to stay, but every now and then, for one reason or another, Border Patrol will give you less time. So you need to make sure that you know exactly how long you're allowed to stay each time you enter. Don't assume that you have 180 days, because sometimes you get a month. I've seen people get a week or 2 weeks. A lot of times what will happen is if you're, for example, in Canada and you cross the US border to visit for a little bit, you're here for 2 weeks, you go back to Canada, and then you come back a month later thinking, oh, I just came back in a new time. They may issue me a new I-94. They don't always do this. Sometimes they will reuse the old one, so they don't give you another 180 days to stay. They'll give you 180 days from that first entry, not from the second new entry. So you need to be careful that you know exactly how long you're allowed to stay, because if you overstay, that can create big problems, visa cancellations, even bans. So you need to be careful that you don't accidentally overstay your visa. So make sure you check it. No matter what non-immigrant visa you're coming in on, make sure you check your I-94 when you cross the border.